Well, yeah, till they find out about us.
What do you mean, us?
Well, like, aren't you my girlfriend now?
Oh, you mean like you own me?
I'm sorry.
Ugh, you're always apologizing.
Just tell me what you want.
You should know what I want.
I want you to act the same way 2 days in a row. Ugh. I'm not gonna let you hurt me anymore. Ah!
He's dead. I love him. Oh, he's breathing. Loser.
Yeah, those are the only things that I had. Just those 4 things.
Okay.
Oh man,
My job.
On the move like I need a new hobby. Fucking 9 to 5.
what?
Job did me dirty, closed down the warehouse. I was like, yo, these bitch ass niggas. And then they waited too, my nigga, cause we had the fucking, like, I work at this concrete place, right? And the truck came, and I guess this dude, he didn't know what the fuck he was doing, so he cut the wire, and the shit, like, all the cement got stuck in the shit, so we had to go inside this big ass fucking metal shit and dig out the fucking concrete and shit. And then they chose that day. We just finished. I'm like, all right, cool, because we was about to be out for a week, my nigga. So I was like, all right, cool. We got this shit situated. We good. We gonna be back tomorrow. They was like, oh, can we see you in the office for a second? I was like, oh, these bitch ass niggas. Because I already knew, like, they had been talking about it, but I didn't think, you know what I mean, they would have acted on it, nigga. We go in the office and shit. Me and my the other supervisor, nigga said, oh yeah, we had we haven't been doing right with the numbers and everything, so we're gonna close down the warehouse, and you know we're gonna keep the outside open, but yeah, I don't work outside basically. I was like, oh, these bitch ass niggas.
Did they give you a severance package?
They didn't give me separate shit, nigga. They give me a packet that said, you could file for unemployment and we won't fight you, but nigga, take your ass. Hell no, nigga. Tight, bro. Tight. And then with my girl shit, I wait for my girl shit.
Yeah.
That shit, nigga. Rotten.
Oh yeah.
Oh, about to talk
Well, yo,
about shit.
Well, before you get into that, let me tell you how I sparked up the topic of wife talking to other men. So
somebody in the club?
Nah. No, we went out to we went to the movies yesterday to go see Equalizer. Shout out to Denzel, new Equalizer joint.
The John.
Went to this, and then decided, you know, we hungry and shit, so we go try to grab some food. We went to bar. Fuck bar.
Yeah, fuck bar, nigga.
We went to bar.
I've been shitty since fucking we was kids, bro. Fuck bar. Fuck
yeah,
whoever
like yo,
bar,
like
fuck bar.
But
yo.
he talk about he want to go to the club like he gonna dance or something.
I want it. Yeah, I'm there. When in Rome,
you should at least went to Van Dome or some shit, nigga.
But nah, it was some joints in there.
I believe it is, but they don't like our people, bro. They don't like the skin that we in.
Some of them, man.
Nigga, the owners.
Oh, the owners. Nah,
the owners don't
fuck
like
them,
our
man.
people,
I be there for the bitches, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
Respect shit.
So I'm there, and I'm in there. I'm having a drink. This white lady sitting down at the table I was intending on sitting at, and she was like, I had asked her, I was like, hey, do you mind if I put my pizza here? I was gonna sit here, just need this little space right here, or do you have other people that's gonna be sitting here? And she was like, nah, it's all right, that's fine. It's just me and my husband or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. So then I bring the pizza, and I'm just eating the pizza, and she just started talking to me, just asking me mad questions. So I'm like, and you know, it was the the white people. You know what I
She was
mean?
all blinking like she had Tourette's.
Oh, she was fucked up.
She had to be wavy. She had to be wavy.
Yeah.
But yo, I guess they was like traveling. It was from Georgia, and they was up here. They was like checking out pizza because they heard that we got the best pizza in the world and all that. So they wanted to come try it out. And they said they've been to Pepe's. They said Pepe's lives up to their expectation.
Of course.
They said the next spot when they list is Sally's and
It's a party.
huh?
It's a party.
What's that?
It's a pizza place in West Haven.
Nah, they said Sally's. Sally's in Little Italy on Wooster Square.
Wooster?
They straight, but it's like they known for having like tomato pizzas. So I gave them like a little like pizza history type of shit. So I was telling them about all the different pizza spots and all that shit. That's like renowned, you know, not because if you live here, it's kind of biased, but it's different when it's people that's coming from out of town trying the different pizzas and they have their own thing. Because if you live here, you might go there every day, or you might go there, or that might be the first pizza place that you ever went to with your family or something. So you got that type of shit. But if you actually go to any other state or any other place, you could really tell that they pizza don't compare to Connecticut, period. So as any other Connecticut spots, like, you know, they got Massimino's and they got all these other spots. I don't really talk about those spots because I live in New Haven. But I know there's other pizza spots, but I like a particular style. So like these pizza places are actually owned by Italian owners. They're from Italy, they, you know, whatever. So they got the real authentic, you know, Italian shit, you know what I mean? But they only tried 2 of those places. They wanted to try another place because they was up here for a concert or whatever. But they said they wanted to try all these spots before they went to the concert so that they, you know, they have that experience to go back home with or whatever, just to do it or whatever. So the lady was talking to me. Her mans was just sitting there like quiet the whole fucking time, like they not saying shit.
Did you know that was her man the whole time or no?
Nah, like really, she really didn't say it was her man until like she didn't even say like when I said like I sit here, she didn't even say like, oh nah, it's just us, cause it wasn't nobody sitting here. She was sitting by herself. So I was like, alright, you know what I mean, whatever. Then when I got back there, Erika came and sat down. Then that's when I was like, oh shit, it's a whole dude. Like I'm like, oh okay.
You didn't even notice that.
But the nigga ain't say nothing, yo. So this lady was like having a long ass conversation with me about all different types of shit, like going to Universal Studios and all this other shit.
What did the lady look like?
When she was talking about her kids.
White lady.
Okay.
She was alright. You know, she wasn't.
What was her man? Black?
Nah, they both was white.
Okay.
Both white.
So he's just sitting there drunk.
Nah, he didn't look like he was drunk.
Oh, so he just wasn't saying that.
He just wasn't really talking. Like he was like,
like
but
I
like,
didn't even hear what the hell she was saying.
he probably was mad. He probably was like, this bitch always come and talk to everybody at the motherfucker bar. I'm gonna kill this bitch.
yo, like he had that look like that. Like you know what I mean? Like
That's crazy.
he like, yo, bitch, you can't just like sit here and just like chill, like you know, or give that attention to me or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? But I was constantly engaging him as well because like I'm like, yo, that's your dude. So I'm like, yeah, have you ever been there, sir? And she told me her name, and I was like, oh yeah. And what's your name, sir? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm doing that, yeah, because I don't want no tension. You feel me?
That's some good shit.
So like, you know, dude still was really like not really social, but his wife was like go. Then he was like, yeah, we probably gotta go in a little bit. Like he said that. And then she was like, yeah, we should probably go. And then she, you know, for another 10-15 minutes start talking again. I was like, yo, this lady's hyper as fuck, yo.
And she kept blinking mad hard, like
Yeah.
she had Tourette's. But she was drunk.
Oh damn.
Yeah. But my question is like, do you think it's appropriate for like
No, nigga.
You're sure you would just like carry
No,
on with a conversation with a random dude?
No. Especially if
because what's your intent?
exactly, and especially if his situation was like, I'm uncomfortable with
Right.
you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's what's most important to me. Like if even vice versa, if my lady is feeling uncomfortable, I'm gonna feel those vibes, nigga.
That part.
So I'm not gonna sit there and entertain it in front because I know it's gonna be an argument later. So vice versa, like you can't entertain other people when you're with the one that you want to be with. You see what I'm saying? Now, if it was her brother, that's different. You see what I'm saying? If it was her friend, that's different. But this is her fucking husband, nigga. This is her man. Like that's crazy, bro.
My man. Thank you to my man.
That's crazy, bro.
Crazy.
And then like I felt even more.
She was like, we have a tab. Don't worry about it.
Wow.
Wait, repeat that again.
I was gonna get a drink, and then the waiter gave me his card, so I could go get another drink.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Oh, what are you drinking? We have a tab. I can." She just like,
Put
"We
it on
have
the
a
tab,
tab,"
yeah,
but
yeah.
she told him like he didn't say
Wow. He was like, yeah, it's time
Just
to
straight
go.
volunteer this
She was
nigga
just
pockets like
That's
she
fucked
told
to
him
strangers
what I
and
want,
shit.
That's
then
fucked up.
he brought it up.
Yeah, like I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with shit like that, but shit. Fuck it.
We have a tab. Nigga, you have a tab.
Right.
I'd have been like, use your money up, see? But that's his fault, because he was on some simp shit. There's no way that you gonna volunteer my shit and I'm just gonna sit there.
Right.
Now, if I got it, cool. But if I'm obviously visibly uncomfortable with the situation in general, nah.
I don't know. He didn't say anything. He didn't seem like
He didn't seem happy about it though.
About the drink. I mean,
what was his facial
he was
expression?
just sitting. No, I'm saying when she said that he didn't. And some people do that. Like I don't know. I don't know if I would. If my man wants to buy around from, but it's like y'all bitches have jobs too, or like I said, I was willing, I was going to get it, but then Dwayne gave me his card.
Yeah.
But I don't have I wouldn't expect someone or some women to feel like if you go out with your friends, your man is supposed to get your. I mean, I don't even know them, so which is even more. But that's nice of them that they did that. But and I've bought people drinks before, Will, if you go out with people, I'll get this round and then you could get the next, I don't have a problem with that, but I don't think it should be an obligation.
But you wouldn't volunteer Smiley to get somebody else.
No, I'm not going to say that if he didn't,
that's fucked up.
if I don't know that he's okay with that, or this wasn't a conversation that we previously had.
Exactly.
I'd be like, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Cause I'm her brother, so I really would be like, what the fuck?
That's kind of weird.
Cause I was gonna get but I'm like, okay, if you're gonna get me,
You throw out your money?
yeah. But I was like, okay, if he gonna get it, I felt a little weird because I'm like, I don't know you, and I don't really
as long as it come from the bar, fuck it.
Yeah, and that's why I was like, I was thinking about it too. I'm like, this nigga, cause I didn't go up there with it. I should have, but I'm like, well, I'm here with Dwayne. If but I was thinking
don't turn down that white man's good money.
Did you get a drink too?
I already had my drink. I had
I didn't when we came in there
cranberry vodka or some shit.
I had 2 drinks.
Yeah, they gave us drinks at the movie there. They're regular drinks. I had a Long Island.
Yeah, I had a margarita and
at the fucking movies.
Yeah, man.
The lady said it can be adjusted if you like. I'm like,
she was like, how is
this
it?
is A-okay, man.
But,
I'm trying to be faded at this motherfucker.
That's why you threw up, nigga.
So then, because when we got to the bar, we got the pizza, but I didn't get a drink right away. I was eating first, and then we had been sitting there for a while. When I was about to get another drink, and then that's when and then I only had 1 in there, so I had 2 at the movie.
Yeah, I had a few.
Earlier, and I had 1 in there.
Fucked up.
I had 2 cranberry vodkas.
Yeah. But, and then I was smoking too, so I was like, I'm not about to get nothing else. The one of And I
Oh
just
yeah, and
finished
we
the drink.
smoked 2 pre-rolls.
Yeah.
Y'all was fucked up.
Yeah.
Damn.
Then Antonio Banderas.
Yo,
He was in the movie?
nah, this nigga, some dude,
His
some
name was
random
His
nigga.
name was Luis Angel. So I don't know. His name. He had like
Mars
5
shit.
names. I forgot.
This
the
nigga,
Fine,
this
man.
nigga swept, this
He
nigga
did.
swept her off her feet and shit, looking like a luchador and shit. Nigga had
He
long,
was
nigga
a-
had long black hair like Zorro and shit.
Let me find out. That
So-
is funny.
Rico Suave.
We were walking down the street because I'm like, we about to go home. Or when we about to come to my house, I was like, we can walk. It's a nice night or whatever. So we were walking, but then it started drizzling. We sat down at this, it was another bar, but they had like the chairs outside. And then this guy was sitting there, this black dude, and Dwayne said hi to him or whatever. And then the other dude, the Spanish dude, came, and then he was like, "Oh, this is my boy. We grew up together, went to school together, or something. And I haven't seen him in a
seen
while."
him in a long time or some shit.
Yeah. So then when the Spanish dude came there, he's like, "I was sexy" or whatever, and I'm like, so then the black dude was like, "Chill out." She's with, cause they don't know us or whatever. So he's like, "Chill out. She's with him or whatever." And then I was like, "That's my brother." And then the dude was like, "He don't know that though," which is true. Because other people probably thought we were together because they just see us together, whatever. They're not like twin. Some people say we look alike. Some people have said they don't see this. They don't see it. So it's like,
Bitch probably think I'm disrespectful. I'll be up talking to girls like, "Hey, like, well, how you doing?"
Oh, they thought you. Oh, okay.
yeah. So then he was just, that dude was drunk though. Like, but he was like, "I'm gonna take you on a spaceship."
What?
And we go see.
Yeah.
And then
Take you on a spaceship. We're going on a trip. Favorite
yeah,
rocket
like, we're
ship.
gonna hang out. Come on, let's go. And I'm like, we about to go. Well, because our uncle came and picked us up, and then Dwayne just left me. I hopped over I walked around. I had a dress on. I was about to step over that thing. I don't know. It was like a fence, but there's like an opening. He just climbed over the thing and just like got in the car. I'm like, well, damn. Like, you just
Who got in the
let
car?
him take me in the space.
Wait, what?
No, I'm just kidding.
No,
he did do it, but our uncle had came, but I had to walk around because I didn't want to. I had a dress on, so I walked around instead of climbing over the thing.
exactly.
And I'm like, well,
then.
yeah, like he can't wait. I mean, he did wait for me, but he just hopped over. Then the dude just standing there looking like, and I'm like, well, I don't know. We already said we was about to leave. He talked about we not hanging out, and he's like, come on, let's go. Like, what you mean, let's go? I don't even know you. Like, you could give me your number or something. I didn't say that, but you need to say it yourself if you're trying to talk to me. Like, I'm not about to go nowhere with you tonight, and I just met you. Like, you're bugging. So, he was cute. But
that nigga said,
he was
"Yo,
drunk. He was saying anything.
Trying to take your ass home, goddammit. You ain't give him the number?
He didn't. He's just stood there. I don't know. I'd be shy, so I can't say that. If he would have asked for my number, I would have gave it to him. But because he was cute, but I'm not. He's like, come on, let's go. Like,
he was trying to take you.
Like, where are we going? Like, what are you talking about?
Where
we going?
Going on stage. I'm
Nigga
show
trying to
you
abduct
the
you.
galaxy.
I'm gonna show you the galaxy.
That's what he
Sex trafficker and shit."
Yeah.
Right.
He's about to have you on that heroin and shit.
Well, I do have a special set of skills. I will fight them.
And I looked when we got in the car. He was just standing there looking like he didn't even move from that spot. And I'm like,
You saw your uncle.
this is why. No, we didn't say who. We were just like, all right, come here. You know, when he said fam, we don't know who.
Yeah.
But I don't know. This is what happens. Like, cause I'm not about to be like, can I have your number? Or what you need to. And I don't know. Be quicker. Or
Gotta be
he
quicker,
was
you know?
drunk or something. I don't know. But he was too. I don't like.
Shit was,
I
yo,
don't
this shit was
like
funny as
long
fuck. Let me
hair.
tell you what this nigga said, yo.
What he said?
This nigga said, he said, I play baseball. And he said, listen, hold on, he said, I play
Yeah, he had an accent too.
I play baseball, and I was the best. I was like, wait, you was like the best ever? He's like, I don't want to say.
You was a beast.
He's like, I don't want to say that,
I
but
let it speak.
yes. I was like, oh shit. This nigga.
That nigga's going to the major leagues
That
tomorrow.
nigga funny as fuck. Yo, that nigga had me dying, yo.
He was funny.
Yo, but tell me your story, man. What? So, as we were talking about, yeah, niggas not just letting people talk to their wife. You had a situation that you was talking about, and then I want to go into love at first sight after you tell me your story.
You ready?
Let's do it.
She broke my heart, y'all. She broke my goddamn heart.
Wait,
I'm a cold savage, my girl.
Who you just was?
Broke my
Cause you
goddamn
listen.
heart.
Let me.
Let him say it first. I gotta hear it.
So, feeling this girl, everything's going good. You know what I'm saying? In my eyes, everything's going good until when did it happen? This was Friday. Yeah. So, like I said, this shit happened Friday with my job and shit. She's like, baby, don't even worry about it. I got you. Just don't stay stagnant. We gon', you know what I mean? We gonna figure shit. I'm like, all right, cool. Baby girl got me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not worried about this shit. I'm doing Uber Eats and all this other shit, so I'm not tripping. And I got the unemployment, so I'm not tripping, right?
Right.
So she go, babe, you know I got the labels coming in for my, cause she got a like clothing line and shit, right? So she was like, can I borrow your Amazon Prime? So I'm like, oh, yeah, of course. I gave her the actual, what's the name? I gave her my my login. She was like, nah, babe, can you do it for me? Cause I'm about to go to work. So I'm like, all right, cool. I don't mind doing it for you, but I just felt like it would be easier if she did it because I've never bought labels online for a clothing line and shit. So I didn't want to fuck up. So she gives me a whole bunch of videos telling me what to do step by step. I'm like, all right, I followed all the videos. I followed the shit step by step. But when I purchased the shit, I didn't see her label on the what's the name. So all you see is your design here. So I was being over precautious and I was like, yo, I did everything you wanted me to do. It's just I don't see your label after I purchased the shit. You see what I'm saying? So I hope I didn't do it wrong, but you know what I'm saying? You should check when you get home and shit. So she was like, oh nah, what kind of computer do you have? Do you have a Mac? Her label was supposed to pop up after, and I hope you did it right. And I'm like, not for nothing. That's why I told you to go do it yourself.
So you fucked it up?
I don't know if I fucked it up. See, this is the crazy part, is I don't know if I fucked it up. I probably was just being precautious. But because she said that, my reaction was, you should have did it just your goddamn self. Because I gave you the fucking app. And I told you, hey, like, you could do this shit, you feel me? But her excuse was, oh, she had to go to work. So I said, okay, cool. But then, you know what I mean? When she started, like, getting upset, she was sounding upset that I fucked up and shit. Or I could have fucked up. Because it's not known that I fucked up. I was just being precautious, right? So she go, never mind. I do it myself. I get an attitude about it. And I'm like, yo, all I'm saying, this is all I was saying, y'all. All I'm saying is I could have fucked up. I'm not saying I did fuck up. I'm saying I could have fucked up. But at the end of the day, this could have been avoided if you did it yourself. Because I know she had to go to work, but she's acting like after work she couldn't have did it and got it done, and it would have been the same shit, bro. Like, it's still under that day. You know what I mean? And it would have took her easier to do because all you gotta you already know everything you need. All you gotta do is put your car information in and buy the shit, right? So she gets upset with this shit, hangs up on the nigga. So I'm like, oh, okay, I don't like when people hang up on me, goddamn it. I don't play that shit. Like, I don't like when a woman hangs up on me for no regard because I don't hang up on people. You see what I'm saying? So if you hang up on me, I'm gonna feel away. So, you know what I'm saying? So she's trying to drop it and blah, blah, blah.
I got two things, but I'm gonna let you cook.
Then after that, you know what I mean? She started talking some more, oh, well, maybe I just need some space and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, space? I'm like, bitch, I just got fired from my job. I stopped smoking weed. I'm pissed the fuck off. I'm mad. You talking about you need space? This like, yo, you sound bugged the fuck out right now. She's like, no, I'm not saying I don't want to be with you. I'm just saying that I just need a little space and blah, blah. I was like, yo, you're upset that you didn't get what you want. That sounds selfish as fuck. Like, yeah. Oh, well, don't try to make me feel bad. Don't try to make you feel bad, bitch. You making me feel horrible. Like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, you know what, whatever. You know what I mean? You need your space, take your space. Hit me tomorrow when your head's cleared up and shit, right? So I'm thinking everything good. I go to sleep. I wake up. Next day, right? Next day comes, and she sends me a reel on IG. So I'm like, I ain't even get to the reel yet, because it was like, 9 o'clock in the morning or some shit right there. And I had my daughter with me, so you know I'm doing my daddy shit. Nigga, I make Bree breakfast, bro. I make my daughter breakfast. I come back in the room. I am fucking blocked and I'm off her, what's her name? I can't even see her page. I'm like, she deleted me and blocked me off of fucking IG? So I'm like, so now I'm like.
When you block somebody, it automatically unfollows them. When you block somebody, it automatically unfollows.
Yeah, I know. That's how I do she blocked me. That's how I do. That's how I was like, what the fuck? So then I'm like, all right. So I ain't even call her. I just hit her up with the yo, you foul as fuck, like text on her regular phone and shit. She hit me. No. She hit me back. She hit me back. Talk about, see, I've noticed your anger and how you take things, and I wish you the best, but I warned you that I could be like this sometimes. I'm like, yo, you didn't warn me that you're the type of person that will drop a nigga at his time of need. There was never an indication that you would do some foul shit like that. Now, everything that you said was some bullshit, because how could you knew I needed her at that situation. You see what I'm saying? Because I'm going through some shit, and then you drop me, like, knowing all of this shit. You see them over Amazon shit. I say, yo, this bitch is crazy, bro. I say, you know what? Fuck you. And then she was like, oh, why are you coming at me? Like, she didn't understand why I'm like so upset with her. She's just thinking that she's doing me a favor. First of all, because she'll probably see this one day. Let me explain to you. At the end of the day, anybody that shows me that they can do some shit like that in a time of need is an enemy. They're not a person of God. They're not a good person. That's evil. That's evil intent. When you could shit on somebody, right, that didn't shit on you, that showed you nothing but love, that you could shit on somebody based off of what you couldn't get, or based off of what the fuck. All I was telling this girl is, hey, you should have did it yourself, because at the end of the day, it would have alleviated the whole problem, and you would have got your shit, and you would have knew you did it right. But because you didn't think that way, right, you let another nigga possibly, not even for sure, but you let another nigga possibly fuck up your label and shit. So I was just like, oh, okay, it's all good. And yeah, so that was that. Learn the lessons, man.
You would have go? Cause I would have cooked.
How long have you known her?
On IG, or like met in the physical?
Known her, yeah.
Known her probably like we've been IG friends for a little bit. but knowing her actually got up with her probably like 2-3 weeks for sure.
And y'all were in a relationship.
Yeah, 100%.
Just my opinion. I think that, well, for me, I would need to wait longer than a couple weeks before I'm in a relationship. Even if guys have asked or have said to me like, "Oh, you want to be my girlfriend?" and I felt like it was too soon, and I'm like, no, I don't know. It's like I feel like you need more time to get for reasons like this because you haven't spent enough time with this person and
battle
talked to them enough to know the type of person that they are. And also you can't, and I'm not saying, I think if you're in a relationship and your man, you say you lost your job, she should be supportive if you're actually trying, and you will find work. You should be that way.
Amazon
but also, I don't think it's fair to expect that of someone at that early of a stage in the relationship. You haven't known each other long enough, so she doesn't have that time invested in to care enough. In my opinion, I don't think you can really love someone that quickly. For me, that's from my experience.
I could agree with that.
I had to know people for years to really care for them to the point where, well, you know what I'm saying? To even want to be in a relationship, well, maybe not years to be in a relationship, at least 6 months to a year to decide we could be together. But that still takes more time for feelings to develop. You have to go through certain things like this. And if you can't stick this out, but again, I think that's kind of early. That's a lot of pressure to put on someone, because when you're in a relationship with someone, you have to take on their burdens because you have to be a helpmate. You're supposed to be. So I think you have to create that bond and develop those feelings first before you would want to do that. And after 3 weeks, I just don't think that that's long enough for you to care for that person enough to want to be there for them in that time and really mean it. You're doing it in the beginning because you're probably thinking like, this is what I'm supposed to do, and yeah, you should, but I don't think it's really in you at that moment yet to really stick it out.
Can I say something?
And you might have other stuff that you're dealing with yourself, so
So basically, I agree with everything you say, but now when you're the type of person that says, hey, I do this, this, and this, and then when this, and this happens, it comes out that you're not this and this, now you're a liar, right? So I was deceived. You see what I'm saying? I was deceived. I was put in a situation where this person said, hey, if this happens, I'm gonna hold you down.
Or maybe they bit off more than they could chew.
That's cool. I'm cool with if you bit off more than you could chew, but you have to be honest. Now, if you're not honest, you're the type of person you are is exposed because you said you was about this, but then when this happened, you showed me you wasn't about this. You see what I'm saying? Everything I said, I could stand on that. And it doesn't matter how long, it's just the type of person I am. You see what I'm saying? So if I say I'm gonna do this out of this, it's that because of that. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if I meet you one day or if I knew you for 3-4 years. That's just the type of person I am. Once you show me that, hey, you're not the type of person that sticks to the words that you say, then now you're exposing yourself. So I agree with what y'all saying, but the reason why I'm so upset is because I was deceived. I was made to think, hey, I'm this type of person, but you're not this type of person. It didn't matter if this shit happened in a day or a year. Being deceived by the person that you fuck with is gonna hurt. it's gonna hurt, like, you know what I'm saying? But I see what y'all saying.
That's true, but that's what will come up if you spend a longer time getting to know them before you decide to put a label on it.
Because
you can only keep up a farce
this forces
for so
the
long.
narrative.
You're right.
At some point, your mask
This forces the narrative that women do kind of lack accountability.
You know what I think it is? Before you get into that?
Yeah, and and about that, if you told her you didn't know how to do it or how it was supposed to look or whatever with the Amazon thing, then you gave her your information, she should have done it herself.
Thank you. It would have. Yeah,
that's what I said.
You created an issue for no reason.
But real quick, I don't know if you agree with this, but this is what I honestly feel. I think a woman is only loyal to her feelings. She is not loyal to the man that she's with. She's loyal to how he makes her feel. And that is the loyalty. I don't think it's some women. I think it's all women. I think all women are loyal to how a person is going to make them feel. If the person doesn't make them feel a certain way, then the reaction towards the relationship is going to change. And I think she was more loyal to how she was feeling. That's why it took this situation or another situation where she felt like, damn, this nigga's being mean, or damn, this nigga's saying things that I don't like. That's what led to this. I don't like, and I think that could be, like I said, in a day.
We had this conversation.
That could be in a day, or that can be years. You're loyal to how the person makes you feel, not loyal to the person, and I think that's fucked up.
But we had this conversation before, fucked up or no.
Yeah.
The conversation was that you're gonna have to talk to women a certain type of way, and you're gonna expect them to talk to you a certain type of way. Now, in some cases, like we're human. We're gonna make mistakes. We're gonna fall. You know what I mean? That's just a part of life. But when we do, the part of that helps us deal with those mistakes is how we accept it and how other people treat us after we've made those mistakes. If I make a mistake and you treat me like shit, and then I don't want to make the mistake again because you treated me like shit, maybe that's good and bad, but I would rather you say it to me in a way that doesn't make me feel like shit. You know what I mean? But
I think it's different for us.
But this is why I say when we had a conversation about, is delivery important? Because if you're saying to her, you should have did it yourself, that's not the right response. Like we was talking about with that girl, the girl fucking, what's her name? From the show that you was talking about. From the reality show. What's the chick name? Erika, Beno, and who? Spice, right? So these girls is beefing because this girl said something that could have been considered a slur or whatever, and it was very offensive. But she said something that was offensive to her because of how she felt with what she said. We can't tell people how to react to things that we do to them or however we make them feel. If you make somebody feel a certain way, their reaction is going to be their reaction. You know what I mean? Like, and some people can control their reactions and some people can't. Now, are you being fake because you're controlling your reactions, or are you being? Hold on. Are you being considerate?
You're not being fake.
No, but that's why I said. Let me say it. Like, if I'm being considerate, because think about it. I want to get to the point of what the fuck I'm saying. Sometimes, you know, the quickest point the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line, right? So why the fuck I'm gonna be dancing around the fucking shit to try to get to here? No, look, you fucked up, fix it. That's straight to the point. But a lot of people don't want to hear it that way.
So what you're saying is, what was straight to the point?
Honey versus vinegar, bro.
What is straight to the point? In that situation, I feel like me saying, hey, you should have did it yourself.
Did she ask you if you did it?
Yeah, she wanted me to do it.
You did it?
Yes, I did it. Anyway.
Okay. All right.
I feel like I shouldn't have did
it. If you did it, you shouldn't have said nothing. You should have let it go.
I couldn't say, I had to say something.
Why?
Because she asked if I did it.
Yes.
What am I going to ignore her?
No, I would say yes, I did it.
I did say that. But guess what? If I didn't do it correctly, if I feel down, listen to what I'm saying, bro.
Powder on the top,
but I have to. So now that's deceit. That is deceit, then.
No, it's not.
It is because I know.
It's the same thing.
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. It's still deceit. It's still deceit. Because you're saying I don't want to.
If you're telling you, you don't have to do that.
Let me say something.
Listen. She knows.
Listen to what I'm saying.
You already said that shit.
I wasn't wrong for asking her if it was her comb, just like I wasn't wrong for saying, hey, you could do it yourself. What I was wrong about is letting somebody who is insecure say, hey, based off how I feel, I'm gonna fuck all the logic, I feel this way, and then me saying, you know what? Oh damn, I'm going back and forth. That's where I was wrong, bro.
But it's the
that's where I was wrong.
Female nature, bro.
But listen, that's not about female nature.
Yes,
I said, listen.
After you already told her your fault, right? She already, boom, I accept it. All right, but look, do this favor for me. She wants you to do that favor with no lip, kind of, because now she feel like you at her.
And that's what I said is fake.
Feel me?
That's what I said was fake.
Now
it's not like he's just
and y'all just started.
It's not like he's just saying that he didn't
No,
want to do it.
no,
He's saying it because he doesn't know how. No, but he gave her a disclaimer that I'm not sure how to do this.
I wouldn't even have said that.
Then you would have been lying to your girl, or you would have been inconsiderate. You would have been exactly.
When it gets fucked up, now that removes the accountability
exactly.
for you, because he's telling you, I don't know how to do this.
But you gave her a disclaimer before.
No, I didn't.
You told her that you was like, I don't know how to do it, but I'll do it before she asked you to do it.
No, I didn't say that.
I
said I'll do it. The reason why I said, yo, guess what? I don't know if I did it correctly is because after I did everything.
Oh, so you
not before. After I did everything, I said, damn, where is her label? That's me being considerate and saying, where is her shit? Because I don't see her label after I did all the steps that she did. Okay. Now I said, guess what? This could have been avoided if you did this shit. That's why she got upset. Because I was right. I was right. She was. And that's what the fuck it really boiled down to.
Wait, but did you tell her in the beginning that you didn't know how to do it?
No.
So then that's different. I thought you said you told her in the beginning, I don't know how to do this, but all I said to her was, yo, I will do it. I have no problems. But I gave her the option of doing it herself. And I said, if you do it yourself, I just feel like it would be easier because I've never done this shit before. I've never did it before. You see what I'm saying? So you did you say it or not? Because now it's kind of like you gave her a disclaimer. Like that's the same thing. Saying you never done it before. The same thing as saying I don't know how. And I still
did it.
So then
if I told you I couldn't do it and I still did it. That's what I'm saying. That's where my shit is.
If you didn't say that and then you did it, then no.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. So if you told her that,
the same thing I just said. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you told her before that. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You told her before that.
She was
That's
upset.
That's why I say you ain't have to reiterate that.
She was upset because at the end of the day, I was right, and she should have did it herself, and that's why she was upset.
But maybe
I don't care what she was. I don't care. I compromised. She didn't want to compromise. I compromised. She didn't want to compromise.
Yeah,
so we can't talk about compromising when I'm the only person that was compromising.
If you told her that beforehand, and she's just not taking accountability.
She didn't.
That's the problem.
She didn't.
Because if somebody said something to me, then I can't get mad because you told me that before,
exactly.
and I still decided to do it.
Yo, if Shorty say to me,
it's hot, don't touch it, you're gonna burn yourself, and I told you.
That's how I'm saying. I agree with him in that. I'm just saying, after you did what you did, what triggered her was the additional comment that you made. I'm saying that you didn't need to say that. You felt you needed to, whatever. I feel like...
Why do you not feel like I
Because I already told her, look, I don't know, which is what I would have done. If I didn't know how to do it, I would have already told you, look, I'm not really good at this. Like, maybe walk me through it. There would have been other steps that I probably would have taken.
So you would have been in an argument later if you did it wrong.
No.
Yes. Because you said, that's it. You wouldn't have said anything to her.
Because...
So if you did fuck up, you would have been in an argument.
Fuck it. It is what it is.
And that to me is dumb. That to me is dumb, bro.
Because I know. Because I already know. Because I already know.
I'm gonna avoid certain
shit like that. It's a damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Crazy.
Because if you, cause look at you put yourself. This is me.
That's what he's saying. Wait
what
for
I'm
her
saying.
to bring it up
again. But this is what I'm saying.
Exactly. That's exactly what
listen to what. Right. But listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Now you're having it on her mind.
In my situation, if I'm in this situation, I'm looking at it in a different perspective. Because one, if I don't know how to do something, this is just me, man.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't know how to do something, I'm going to say, look, I don't know how to do this, which is what you did, right?
Mm-hmm.
The other step is if I'm having difficulty doing it and something doesn't seem right, I'm going to phone that person and let them know, hey,
No,
something
you just said that you wouldn't tell them. You said you already
While
let
I'm
them
doing-
know,
while I'm-
so it doesn't matter,
You're not
bro.
listening to what
He
I'm
said
saying.
while I'm
Let
doing
me,
it, not
let,
after
right.
I'm
Listen. Let me land. Let me land where I'm
How
going.
could I have known if
Let me land where I'm going.
while
You
I
don't
was
see
doing
what
it?
I'm
This is what I'm saying. I found out after it was done.
Right.
So how could I know
There
while
could
I
be-
was doing it
All right.
if I felt like I was doing
Okay.
everything right?
There's a process of everything, right? So let me say what I gotta say, and then you'll understand what I'm saying. I'm a technical motherfucker. So first off, I'm working on something, and I don't understand what I'm working on. I'm letting the person know I don't know how to do what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Then that person, they decide, oh, what I mean, it should be simple. They still insist. I still do it.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm coming across a difficulty.
Okay.
I reach out to that person while I'm having said difficulty. I'm not just gonna complete a task knowing that it may be faulty. This is me,
Bro, we're saying
I'm
the same
meticulous.
thing, though. We're saying the same thing.
But no,
when I
the
say
end
it,
result,
you're saying
the
that
end
I was
result
wrong
of what's
for that.
happening. The end result of what's happening is now it's done because they're being insistent. If you let them know with enough time for them to correct whatever the issue is,
Mm-hmm.
then they should be cool. They should be cool if you gave them enough notice. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how the whole thing
It should be
played
cool.
out.
I agree with that.
But
they work, but it should be.
if she's upset because I've done what she asked me to do, even though she knew that I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, I reached out to her so that she could correct whatever the fuck I fucked up, then it's no reason for her to be upset.
Yeah, but she was.
You know what I mean? but that's the only thing I'm saying about it. I'm saying like if it went that way.
There are women that don't. I think a lot of women don't take accountability because they're taught. A lot of women are raised up like they're spoiled and like princesses. They always get their way. So when they grow up, they have adult tantrums when someone tries to hold them accountable and they don't want. Because they've never had to do that. It was yes all the time.
Exactly. I was like, I'm not no yes man. That's one thing I made very clear. I was like, yo, I'm not no yes man. If I feel like something is up, something is wrong, if something doesn't sit right with me, I'm gonna speak on it. And I feel like the type of person she is just can't deal with that energy because she's used to people doing exactly what she says, or it's a problem. And I don't think that's a healthy trait to be. Yeah, I don't think that's a healthy.
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
But you were so happy. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
I was.
That whole
like
for me, like
never again.
that's why I say I need to vet women, bro.
Once
I
she
have
showed
to,
me that she could leave me at the time that I needed her the most, I'll never fuck with her again, ever. Because you let me know that, like, damn, I needed you. Like, what is she gonna come back and be like? Oh, I'm sorry, bitch. You said a lot of things that I know you were lying about. What would make you think that just saying sorry is gonna make me say, okay, cool, nah, fuck that. It's actions. Your actions precede you. I said that to her too. I said your actions precede you. I said your words don't match with your actions. Because one minute it's my black king, my goddess, all this other cool shit, right? But then when your king needed you, you left off some Joker shit or some jester shit, like a clown. You see what I'm saying? And you feel like I'm not supposed to be mad about that? Like you're doing me a favor because you have all this trauma and all this other bullshit? It's like, no. All I asked you...
I respect it. Leave me now, don't leave me later. You know what I mean?
I respect it too.
At the end of the day, if a shorty want to break up with me...
I just don't respect the lying, bro. I don't respect the deceit. I don't respect people.
You just block me without telling me whatever. I don't like that. You know what I mean?
Bro.
But once that happened, I'll be like, all right, I see what it is.
Yeah, straight like that.
I mean?
I can't see it no other way, bro.
I always say this:
I can't see it no other way.
The woman has to love you more than you love her, bro. I always say that. It gotta be that way.
That's true.
Because niggas is loyal.
That's true.
You gonna be loyal, yo. You know what I mean? you gonna be loyal to what your loyalty lies within that relationship. So
I mean,
if your loyalty mean you fuck other bitches but you take care of home, then that's your loyalty. If your loyalty mean you don't look at no other woman, break your neck, and you just stay with that one chick, that's your loyalty.
bro, but I'm at the point where I feel like just because she loves you don't mean she's loyal to you. I don't think the same thing about love and loyalty. I think loyalty is one thing and love is one thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't think them shits mix. I don't think them shits mix.
Where does okay. So explain that.
I think loyalty is an action and love is a feeling. So you could love somebody. I could be in love with my daughter. You see what I'm saying? And I want what's best for her, but I could still get mad at her other feelings. I could still, you see what I'm saying? But if she's loyal to me, that's not a feeling, that's an action. That's her going out and showing. You gotta prove loyalty. You see what I'm saying? A love, no you don't. Because at the end of the day, how many people kill people out of love? So you're trying to tell me they didn't love? They probably did. But at the end of the day, it's a feeling. And it's not gauged off of actions. It's gauged off of feelings. That's the difference. If you are loyal to somebody, right?
If you love someone, you're going to move a certain way.
Yeah.
And my argument about that, when you kill someone that you're supposed to be love, like a fatal attraction situation or something like that, those people, either they blacked out in that moment and then they came to and then they realized what they did, or there's some type of mental break. That's what I believe. I don't think, and it happens a lot, but I think people don't have emotional control. And I don't know, like
exactly, because that's not a part of love.
Someone, it's gonna hurt me.
It's not a part of love. Emotional control is not a part of love.
To me, I'm not gonna do something worse to try to hurt, because that's gonna hurt me too. I still want what's best for you. Like if I'm mad at you, and I'm passing by you on the road, I'm driving by, and it's pouring down raining, I'm not gonna drive by you because I'm mad at you and be like, get in the car. Like what? Like that doesn't. It shouldn't, if we're still together, we're still, even though I'm mad at you in this moment, that's not, it shouldn't change my whole, like, if I'm not leaving.
Okay,
like,
so.
I still should be acting, saying I just might need a moment to resolve the issue, but that doesn't, I'm going to still be there for you if I care, if you need me, if you're hurt, something happened to you or whatever, I'm going to come to the hospital. I'm not going to, that's if the love is mutual. Because if the nigga was treating you like shit, if the nigga was doing you dirty, if the nigga wasn't, you know what I mean, giving, hold on, let me speak. I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you specifically. If the person that you love was treating you like shit, wasn't showing you the mutual love back, then I promise you that love is gonna dissipate. But if you're loyal to that person, regardless, you're loyal to that person. It's an action. Love is a feeling. I love you. I would still be there regardless.
What I'm saying is,
there are women that stay with their abusers.
Exactly, but what I'm saying is, if it's not requited, then it looks different. But loyalty is, you could be loyal to somebody you work for. You could be loyal to a stranger in the street. You could be loyal to, you see what I'm saying? You don't have to love that person. But when you love somebody, what you're saying, what it sounds like you're saying is the loyalty is supposed to come with it, and it doesn't. I don't agree with that. Because at the end of the day, if it's not mutual or beneficial to you, then it's going to look different.
So what do you want?
I want loyalty.
You want loyalty?
I want loyalty, yes. I used to want love, but I want loyalty, bro.
Okay.
I want loyalty.
Respect, I like it better.
Because, I mean, loyalty is a part of respect. Love is not a part of respect, bro. You could say it is. It sound nice. It could be. It could be.
Well, people deserve at least one human decency level of respect.
Right.
You shouldn't be like talking to people crazy if they didn't do that to you. So at least on some level, even to a stranger, you're gonna respect them.
Absolutely.
You're not gonna be loyal to someone that you don't. What loyalty you have to have invested into.
Exactly.
You're not gonna be. What do you mean loyal to a stranger? They're a stranger. You don't even know them. So what are you doing? That. Why are you needing to prove your loyalty?
I mean, stranger meaning you don't really know them personally outside of a business aspect.
Loyalty to yourself. Loyalty to your morals and ideas. I think that counts too. So if you are a thief and a stranger leaves some money, you got to morally say, look, I'm not the type of person that's gonna do some shit like that.
You're not gonna steal from people.
No, I'm just saying. If this is a stranger on the street,
no honor amongst thieves.
Exactly. And I'm saying if you're a stranger on the street, right, and you have some money out, and I could take that money because you're not paying attention, I'm loyal to myself that I'm not gonna do that shit to you. You see what I'm saying? And that's not everybody, but because I have that loyalty in myself, I'm not gonna make that action. Now, if I love my brother, but I don't talk to him. I have nieces that I never met. I love them, but I've never met them. You see what I'm saying? So technically, I'm not loyal to them. I don't even know what they look like. How could I be loyal to that? But I love y'all. I don't want nothing bad to happen to y'all. I wish y'all the best, but I'm not loyal to y'all. It's different. I want the loyalty. I don't want the love. Because the love switches. You could love a person one day and then not love them another day. I don't want that.
There are people that have been in a relationship.
Love is too wishy-washy.
Loyalty
is not wishy-washy.
Do you think
and they're no
loyalty
together,
like
but
love
if
is conditional?
If something happened to them, they will still, like I said, if something happened, they're in the hospital, something, you're gonna go, you're still gonna be there for them if they need you. But
Because
not,
the loyalty
so that's
loyalty.
That's not the love, it's the loyalty
but
is in
it's
them.
because you love
Because
them,
of the
that's what
loyalty.
you're doing.
No,
Do you think loyalty is conditional?
Loyalty is, yes.
Do you think loyalty is conditional? That's the
100%.
question.
And love is too.
I know love is, but do you
Yeah.
think loyalty is?
Loyalty is too. And
Loyalty is.
there's nothing wrong with conditional. But I think that if you're a loyal person in general, you're just going to hold yourself to a certain
That's why I
standard.
believe.
And I think if you're in love in general, you're not going to
Transparency.
hold that person to a certain standard because you're in love. You
That's
might,
why I believe in
some
and you
people
might
are
feel
just
that way
like,
one day,
it's across
and
the
you don't
board.
feel the way.
Like if they
you know what I'm
fuck
saying?
with you, they fuck with you, and that's it for life. No matter whatever happens, as long as you ain't try to cause the person ain't trying to cause no physical harm, trying to kill you or nothing. There are some people that once you have their loyalty, you have it forever.
That's eternal,
They trust you to a certain degree, like they always gonna have your back and whatever. And then some people may not deserve that, but I think love does kind of go with it because to a certain degree, like you said, morals or values or loyalty, like to not take someone's money or something, or if someone asks for change or something, and if you feel like, oh, I could do a nice thing today or something, that's you feel bad for people or whatever. I don't know, but like I'm high. I don't even know.
If I was, let's say we was in a relationship, right? And I was a criminal and I killed somebody, right? Now I'm coming to your crib. I'm just saying, just hypothetically, right? I'm coming to your crib and I'll let you know, hey, I just killed somebody. I'm not trying to go to jail. I'm about to come to your crib and hide out for a little bit, right? Now, listen, hold on. Now, you love me. But you are loyal to yourself. Your loyalty and love is separated in these situations because now you love me, you don't want anything to happen to me, but at the same time, you love yourself. And you don't want nothing to help, you don't want nothing to happen to you based off of what another motherfucker. If you're loyal to me, you're not giving me up. If you love me, you're giving me up because you love yourself more. And that's why I don't love love. That's why I don't love love.
Okay, so one, I don't think I'll be in that situation.
I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying?
But if I was, I wouldn't, I would be like, I'll give you some money to go so you can stay in a hotel or something because I don't want,
That's love.
I would want to protect myself
That's
too.
love. That's not loyalty.
But I'm not, I would try to have you in. I'm not going to go turn you in.
That's love.
But
That's
if
not
they
loyalty.
come here looking for me, then we both, because if you love me too, right?
This
Why
love
you
is not
let me
loyalty
know?
though. Because love
But
is
I'm
blind,
saying,
loyalty is not. Love is blind, loyalty is not. Love is blind, loyalty is not.
Are you being disloyal by putting someone that you care about in harm's
No,
way?
because guess what? You know I'm a criminal. You didn't care when I gave you the bag. You ain't care when shit was good. But now when you're in trouble, now when you're in jeopardy, now when your shit is, now it's like, damn, this nigga, does he love me that much? That's what I don't fuck with. Because loyalty is none of that. If you loyal to me, you're not giving me up regardless. Even if you go down, that's loyalty.
I didn't say. But
I'm just saying the clear differences between love and loyalty. If I love you, I could possibly go to jail because you don't want to get yourself in trouble. But if you're loyal to me, I don't have to worry about you giving me up. And that's the difference. That's why I want loyalty. I don't want just love. Love isn't gonna be loyalty, but loyalty could lead to love.
Right.
Love will never just lead to loyalty because it changes. It's a feeling. One minute you can feel this way, and then the next minute you feel another way. You see what I'm saying? And that's dangerous. That's dangerous. Money in my pocket and it just can't get no love. So what's the other topics we talk about, Brody?
That 70s show. What's the dude's name? I don't even know his name.
Not fucking around with him.
She played what she felt like.
She should.
What's the dude's name?
I don't know. The dude from the 70s, he got a beard and his beard is weird. I don't know his name.
Oh. Hey Google. Who's the guy from that 70s show?
What's this? Pop up right here? What's this?
Right. Danny Masterson. Okay.
Do cats get mosquito bites?
I mean, if a mosquito bites them, I'm sure.
Can it bite through the spurs? What I'm saying?
It could probably get it. Yeah, if the mosquitoes are small.
Motherfuckers. Get in there, like.
But I felt that too. I don't know what she was, but she was scratching herself. I don't know if she I don't know.
All right. So the character Danny Masterson from that 70s show, he played the character Stephen Hyde on the show.
Mm-hmm.
He was convicted of grape. Like he's a serial rapist apparently.
That's crazy.
Two people have come forward. I'll just show you his picture, what he looks like in real life, cause you know
You sent me
oh, I sent it to you, okay.
Yeah.
Cause on that 70s show, he's got like the sideburns or whatever, but his real picture, he's got like the scruffy beard.
Yeah, he looked like a rapist in real life.
He really looked. Yeah.
What does a rapist look like? A person that looked disturbed.
He definitely got it. He definitely got
a
that predator.
disturbed
He got
face.
that predator stare.
Mr. Polite mugshot too. Looked crazy.
Yeah, cause he looked crazy. And then that's how, I knew he did that shit. Like, I knew he did that shit. I was like, yo, this motherfucker, man. Like, okay, with the polygamous shit, I used to have a notion about polygamy, but when you have kids, right, and the kids aren't yours, right, in this situation, first of all, she was a kid for sure because she was 14, right, and they found the semen stains in this person's underwear, so you know he did it. Right? You're not gonna put your semen. You can't slip in. There's no way. Like, you feel me? Right. So you definitely had sexual relations with this person, right? At the end of the day, I think there's.
Didn't even use protection.
Yeah, even if you use protection, like you nutted and there's semen stains found in this person's underwear. Like,
that's what I'm saying. She must then because it must have jerked back out.
That nigga took the shit off and nutted. He's on some old freaky shit. He on some old freaky shit. They probably found this shit on the windows and the walls. Now, I'm not laughing because this little girl got raped because that's horrible. And I'm not laughing at the 70s show victims that got raped because that's horrible. You see what I'm saying? As a father, I don't fuck with no rapist. You see what I'm saying? But on the other side of it, it's like these people, I feel like they have character traits about them that you could just look at somebody and be like, yo, something ain't right about this people. And I don't know if it's physical or maybe it could be spiritual. Maybe you feel like, yeah, something ain't right about this person. You see what I'm saying? I got that vibe with Brother Polite, and I get that vibe when I look at that dude. You see what I'm saying? I get that vibe, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, but they look like they take advantage of people because of their success or their money and shit. And that's the lamest shit in the world. You see what I'm saying? Brother Polite, I know he takes advantage of people because at the end of the day, regardless of everything that you say right, you're human, bro. You're gonna make mistakes. Everything that you're saying can't be 100% true. It could be, people could believe it, but everything you say and do can't be 100%. Like, Brother Umar, I feel like Brother Umar, he doesn't look like a rapist by any means, but he looks like he can take advantage of people that are less exactly, and that is a character trait too. You see what I'm saying? Just by how you talk, it's how you operate. Some people prey on others, and these type of people, whether it's spiritual or physical, they're gonna show you traits that, hey, they're gonna take advantage of somebody.
Level of confidence that make you believe in what he's saying, regardless. And some people are not gonna do their research. They're just gonna go off how he presents himself, and he seems like he knows what he's talking about, so I'm gonna go invest my money.
100%. There's another dude that he be talking about spiritual shit. I forgot what his name is. But he look weird. He just comes off weird, bro. And he be talking about spiritual shit and, you know, the Anunnaki, and he goes against the Bible and shit like that. Like, people like that, I just feel like they make it seem like they know shit that they're assuming because they weren't there. So you have to assume. And that's fine if you have a confidence or you have a belief. But once you start pushing your confidence and belief onto other people who may not want to hear it, then I feel like, you know, you're manipulating people. And these are master manipulators. Whether it's in the good sense and I'm manipulating you into believing the truth, or I'm manipulating you to get something out of you. Exactly, bro.
That's what grape is all about anyway. It's a power thing.
And that's, you know, that's sad reality.
It's terrible.
Yeah, guys do that, or people do that.
People
because
He's not getting enough
like
fulfillment out of his life or something like that.
They like the power trip.
But do you think that?
What do you think that? Like, yo, I'm not that type of thing.
Do you think that hitmen are similar to that, like because of what they do?
No, because I think hitmen are.
They get gratification out of what they're doing.
Do you think so?
It's not about the money.
I think it's trauma.
It's about the money, but it's also.
That's not the story about Nate Boone.
Yeah, I think it's trauma.
It is. He said, I do it for the money, but he's laughing when he's talking about it.
Nah,
so if you're laughing,
to it.
like cracking up when you talk about it.
Well, he been taking people out since he was 9 years old.
That's what I'm
you're
saying.
getting gratification from
trauma, bro.
A normal person doesn't, and it wasn't like an uncomfortable type of laugh or a nervous laughter. It was a laugh, like you enjoyed what happened. Like, this is fun to you. Like, so
that's trauma. And people that laugh about killing like that should be locked up. Because
I mean, he did, but he's out now.
That's what I'm saying.
Well,
so now you're out and you're still laughing about the killing.
Well, let me tell you the story about this guy.
There's no remorse. Like,
Nate.
He was like a kid.
Nate Boone Craft was in Detroit, and he was a hitman for what's his name? Something Maserati Rick. Maserati Rick. So he was like, you know, an enforcer for them, but before he got to that point, he had over 30 bodies or something like that. But before he got to that point, he was a kid racking up bodies. Like a young kid. He had already, in his story, he had already taken out about 5 people before he was 15.
It's traumatic as fuck.
You know what I mean? And been in a boy's home and been in and out of this home and this, hit somebody in the head with a bat. finally come back home. You know what I mean? Cause they define him as a ward of the state, so he couldn't go back to his house because his mother had too many kids, and his mother didn't want him to be taken away from him, but they wouldn't let him come back home because he was getting in too much trouble. So then finally he got older, he came back home. He got, he had a kid or whatever with this other chick or whatever, but he went through mad different types of stuff in his life, like pimping. He went into the military. He did all this crazy stuff. Went to jail, like, and then he's still alive. I think, is he? I think he's still alive.
Probably is.
I mean, from what we watched the documentary literally today, but it was like this dude was in the military and he was in the special forces with stuff that he couldn't talk about, but he talking about all these other unalives that he got on his belt, all these other bodies, but he can't talk about that. But it's crazy that the government will validate certain type of stuff for their gain. So it's like you learn power from the people that are teaching you these morals. Like the government teach you that money rules over everything, cash rules everything. You know what I mean? Cream. That's what people really. That's the narrative that the government is really pushing, and that's why it's like everybody is like, to stay afloat, to stay happy, I have to have money. So when somebody hears that trigger of like, yo, I don't have this, then what am I gonna do to get it? Some people might do that. Some people might, well, in a predator sense, I mean, they're different, but I'm saying, like, if you're a hitman, I guess you would be doing that, yeah, it probably would be the benefit of money, depending on how desperate you are. You're not just going to be out here just doing it just because you have fun doing it, but you have to have a certain level of tolerance to be able to do something like that. Like, no normal person is going to be out here just doing that for money or otherwise. Like you got to be able to do it. So yeah, you might have to have a screw or two loose to be able to take somebody's life. But then you try to find some bit of morality in it, is that the people that you're taking out aren't good people. Like these people have killed, have unalived others and got bodies as well. So it's more of a retaliation thing.
Well, yeah, some
and a result to that, or they sell narcotics to people in the neighborhood or something like that. These aren't, for the most part, these aren't just good people. Somebody owes somebody money because they did drugs or something. You might tune them up, break an arm, break a finger or something like that. But you want them to pay you, so you just scaring them so that they can give you the money. These other people are threats. They've taken out 2 of your guys, or they've taken out this person, so now you gotta retaliate. Or this guy raped this woman, so now in retaliation to that, whatever. Or this guy tried to attack me, so in retaliation, I attack him. Nate was saying he would only do something if somebody did something to him, or if the money was right. Like, he wasn't just out, he wasn't no serial, killer or whatever. He was just out here doing whatever he was doing to get bread, to help his family, to help himself. You know what I mean? He had intentions for somebody to be living that type of life. A predator, on the other hand, they're preying on the weaker people. They're not doing it for hire. You know what I mean? They're doing it for their personal pleasure, personal gratification alone, and at someone else's expense.
So, I respect that.
Like, I was talking the other day, I got a family member, you know what I mean? I wanted to reach out to them, you know what I mean, write them a letter or something, you know what I mean? But I realized that everybody might not look at it the same way. My sister was saying, like, that's me giving him grace. I disagreed with me giving him grace, because that's not really what it is. It's just like, the loyalty that you speak of. You know what I mean? And it was like more.
It's just in you.
It's just in me. So it's not like, I'm not saying that he's right for doing what he did by any means. Like, nah. But I'm just saying, like, that don't change how I feel until he makes me feel like, fuck you then. You know what I mean? He didn't do that to me. Matter of fact, I mean, I go into detail, but shit, he put a Bluetooth on my bike. He fucking got things changed on my shit. He bought me a new, what do you call it? Raider, I think it's called. Whatever the fuck it's called. But, yeah, like, he helped me out. He looked out for me, and I never had to see that side. You know, we grew up, we fought a little bit when we was growing up or whatever, but it was still that love. It was still like, yo, this fam. And still, till this day, I don't feel otherwise. It was joints that he was dealing with that I was like, yo, he talks about you all the time. Yo, you so smart and all this. I'm like, the hell he do? You know what I mean? Like, that
I'm
was
not gonna bring that shit to you.
Right. That was like surprising, like, you know what I mean? Like, for, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, he really got a good heart and da-da-da-da-da. And this is before I found out XYZ. So I was like, oh, so it's crazy that, you know what I mean, you know what a person is capable of, but you try to keep them from going over that ledge. But if it's like too late, you know what I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You know what I mean? But I still wouldn't turn my back on somebody, you know what I mean, if I really truly am loyal to them. I'm not gonna do that.
But that's because you love them too.
I do
That's
love
family.
them, yeah. I love them, and I have, but that's why I be like, yo, for me, love is conditional to a fault where people that have been brought into it. But once I invite you into my circle and I love you, the conditions are sacred. If you violate that, then the violation most of the time separated by blood in some state. You know what I mean? Because it really got to that. If I say I love somebody, I love them. That's it. You know what I mean? That don't change. You could talk all types of shit. You could say rumors, whatever. I'm gonna confront you about it, and then I'm gonna be like, you know what?
Switch is like
Well, see, that's not me. See, that's what I'm saying.
If you could
shit
do all that,
you could do all that. You could do all that. You could say whatever. You know what I mean?
No.
And then after that, I confront you about it. Like I said, confront you about it, and then that be that. And then I probably don't deal with you no more. But if you pass away, guess who's gonna be at the funeral? If something happened to you, guess who's gonna be in the hospital?
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? So that will never change. People emotions control their lives. My emotions don't control my life. I control my emotions to the most part. I could fly out the handle and just be whacking motherfuckers all the time and be going crazy. I don't do that. I'm controlling myself because I understand that, yeah, like, things are not gonna always go in your favor. You have to accept that. That's called life, unfortunately. You just gotta deal with it sometimes. Sometimes people can't deal with this shit, and that's why people unalive themselves. That's why people go through all the stuff that they go through in life and can't deal with financial troubles or this. Like, yo, things are gonna change. Like, it's not always gonna be like that. You have to persevere. You have to push yourself. You have to continue. You have to keep going in the hardest situations. And sometimes understanding that is frustrating, it's discouraging, and then it makes you want to give up or whatever. You know what I mean? I be always saying, yo, I don't need nobody for shit. But that's not true. We do need people. But when you doing for yourself so much, when you go through stuff and there's nobody there to help you, I don't feel I don't feel like I'm distant from that. I know that sometimes you're gonna go through shit and it's not gonna be nobody there to help you in that shit. You're just gonna have to go through it and figure the fuck out. And the reality of that is that as a man, and I always put this on men, as a man, we have to respect that we're built to work. we gonna have to figure this shit out. Oh, this don't work, then we gonna have to figure out another way. We have to. We can't allow ourselves to give up. And that's what we're teaching younger men. You can't allow yourself to give up, young men. You know what I mean? Because one day you're gonna have a child and you're gonna have to teach that child the same thing to teach their child. Thousands of years after you dead, you're gonna hope that that mentality is going on in generations. So that we can continue. Like, my thing is, like, I know I'm not gonna live forever, but I wanna make an impact that's gonna last a lifetime. I don't want people to forget. Yeah, I don't want people to forget. You gotta have a legacy. You gotta have something left behind. Some type of thing that can be left behind that helps society in some way.
But you know what's crazy about that is I feel like society is heading to a place where nobody want to have kids. Nobody want to leave a legacy because the world is so fucked up, bro, that it's like, yo, like, even before I had my daughter, I was just like, man, the way this life is set up is crazy. I might not have no kids. And then I had my kid, and I was like, oh, okay, now I understand the importance of bringing, you know what I mean? But it's so hard because TV, social media, just society in general is so backwards, bro. Like, yo, I don't even want to get into the community, the alphabet boys, and girls.
It's true. Yo, my boy,
crazy, bro. Like,
my boy, the type of pop that he is, right, is like, he has like a lot of restrictions on his son, because he's African. Very strict, but
it's necessary though.
He still makes sure that, you know, his son is on the right path and type of stuff like that, and makes him do certain things right now. And I'm noticing that, and I'm like, yo, like, his son kind of listen, like, you know what I mean? Like, he got a lot of energy, but he kind of listen.
If you're like really sitting them down, I had to sit my daughter down today, like, let her know, like, yo, these little niggas is gonna be after you when you know what I'm saying? Like, they're probably after you now, but you don't even, like, you just want to play, like, you know what I'm saying? But she's getting to that age. She's 10 years old. She's double digits now. She's preteen. She's a beautiful little girl. I don't want her to be naive, because I feel like when you're naive, you're gonna have sex early. You're gonna do things early out of curiosity, because nobody was really drilling those fundamentals in you, or drilling those moralities in you. And you know what I mean? It shows, bro. It shows what fathers were in their daughter's life. It shows who had good role models in their life. It shows. All that shit shows, bro. And as men, we're trying to set a good example, but the best way you set a good example is if you show those morals in the physical. Like, they have to see you do that shit. They have to see it. Like, that's why this shit is so fucked up, because my mentality now is like, I just want loyalty, and if I don't find it, then I'm good. But I know at the end of the day, that's not good for my daughter, because my daughter needs to see a man, a woman in the household, family dynamic. This is how this works. This is how this works. Or else, how's she gonna fucking know? How is she gonna know how to be a wife if she ain't never seen no wife? If she ain't never grow up with no wife, she grew up with her mom. Her mom is in relationships, but her mom isn't married. So how do you be a wife? Because mommy can't teach you that. You see what I'm saying? Mommy can't teach you what she is not. You see what I'm saying? And that's where we fuck up, bro. Because now, mentally, she's gonna think that's okay. I don't have to, mommy didn't get married, so why do I gotta get married? And it's a vicious cycle, bro. It's a fucking vicious cycle. And that's the world we live in today. That's the world we live in today, where people ain't getting married, people aren't staying together, people don't trust nobody. Like, yo, like, this shit is crazy, yo.
My thing is like, I don't be in a rush for that commitment relationship-wise, because I be thinking that I have things that I want to get in order, and I don't think it's fair to bring somebody into what I'm going into and have to have my struggles be a part of their struggles or such.
That's respectable.
mean?
But when you already have kids, you see shit a little bit different. You're like, damn, like, I have to set this example. I have to at least try to. Because if I don't, then where's she gonna learn from? I can tell her all the time, like.
But you still don't want to. You still don't want to rush it.
Nah, not rush it. But at the,
I would say,
at the
like,
same time,
if you at least give people grace and allow a little bit understanding on your end as well, to be like, all right, well, you know what, respectfully, we only been talking for da. I could see how this would not be your problem right now. You know what I mean? If you can help me, then you could. If you can't, then I respect it. I'ma figure it out.
Yeah, I don't need no help.
You know what
I
I mean?
just need loyalty, class.
But in a sense, when you vent to a woman and shit like that, they're empathetic. They know what the fuck. Oh, so like, yeah, you trying to get your shit together. You gonna have a financial issue. I'm around. I'm not. You know what I mean? Whatever. They saying that, and then they're keeping that in the back of their mind and still seeing, okay, well, look, I told him I'm gonna do such and such. Now let me see what he gonna do. Let me see if he gonna give me any issues,
because
or he
they're
just
loyal to their feelings,
follow.
And they're not
that.
loyal to you. They're loyal to how you treat
Maybe.
them. Definitely, definitely, nigga.
I
Definitely.
say maybe,
show me a woman that is not loyal
because
to her feelings.
I think all women are feelings first.
Thank you.
Because
And I think if you
it's
love
emotional.
someone,
More than logical decisions are made. It's all emotional decisions that are made.
And you love someone that doesn't dissolve. So if I never
can.
said I love you, then I
can.
love you. So the loyalty is gonna remain regardless of the proximity I am to you or whatever.
Depending on the love, though. Because if the love ain't there, then loyalty is not there. It's a wicked game, bro. Like, it's a wicked game, man.
Shit, I be thinking about it, man.
I ain't give up on love. I ain't give up on love. I'm just saying I want the loyalty first, and then we could figure out the love later.
I think you build on that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's a process. You know what I mean? You build on that. That don't start right away. That's why I don't believe love at first sight shit.
Yeah, I don't believe in that shit.
It's,
I used to. I was wrong.
Really
I'm sorry.
good.
I was wrong. I was wrong, Smiley.
You really gotta adjust to the person that you're dealing with and be transparent.
Exactly. Like at first sight.
Yeah.
Fuck that love shit.
You know,
I like you a lot.
In a lot of cases, infatuation. You know what I mean? That's really what it is. Shorty look good, look like she tastes good, and you be like, fuck it. I'm gonna try to get that.
And then especially if you do that, and this is what happens too. People are having sex probably too soon
early.
too. And then that's clouding your judgment because if the sex is good, once you've done that and you haven't really gotten to know the person, it kind of puts your blinders on because now you're not going to stop. If you already did it, you're going to continue to do it, and now that's going to be the main focus of a lot of times is why that may be the main focus, so you don't start to see other things until later on. And then if you have invested a lot of time, if you did decide to stay, then it's going to become a problem because now this person's been acting this way for months but you didn't or years but you didn't notice it because you were so, but now it starts to unravel and now you're like
Vice versa, if the sex is trash. The sex is trash, motherfucker don't got no grip, or the motherfucker can't get it up, or whatever the situation is, you gonna find out early in the game if this motherfucker really fuck with you or not. Early in the game, goddammit. You're like, what the fuck?
I've heard this from several women.
Nigga said several.
And Erika can
skills when you keep cats.
tell me if this is true. A woman will deal with a man, even if the sex is not that good, as long as she's happy with the guy. Is that true?
I've never had anybody that I actually liked, it was that was good too. So I can't. But there are a lot of I do have heard women say there are a lot of women that are not being satisfied in their relationships.
Right.
And they do stick with them. But I just never experienced. I have had bad sexual experience before, but it wasn't. I don't know that. With the people that I actually liked or whatever, like once that happened, like it was that just made it even better because I already liked them or felt a connection or whatever, and then that like so I don't know.
Right. Because
But I feel like you can talk about depending what it is. Like you should be able to voice that. Like I think you should.
A lot of dudes' ego can't handle it.
Yeah, but I think you should talk about that beforehand too. Like what you like. If you talking to someone and getting to know them and you know you're about to, at some point you're going to be intimate or whatever, that conversation should come up. People like different things in the bedroom. People get turned on by different things or whatever. I think that is a conversation that should be had before you, and then obviously pay attention to your partner's body and how they react when you are doing that to the things that they haven't told you but pick up on, like, oh, you like, they might not even know themselves. A lot of women don't even know what they like until someone does it to them, and then they're like, oh, this is like, so you sometimes have to experiment, and every woman doesn't get aroused by the same things. We all have the same erogenous zones, but some areas for some women are more sensitive than others. Then it is, so it's different. You have to know who you're doing. The same for men. Some guys, like, they don't all like the same type of. Some guys like their balls, or whatever. I don't know, like played with or something. Some don't care about that. Some, like, it depends. You gotta know who you're dealing with, and you do have to kind of, if you're, But as time goes on, if you're dealing with a person for a while, you get to know that anyway. Like, but I think it is a conversation that people don't talk about. And then when they're not satisfied, then you need to have a conversation with your partner. You can't just, but don't. I think in a way, because you said ego, like, so to avoid making him feel inadequate or that, like, don't just say, like, oh, what are you doing? Don't be rude about it. Or don't be like, oh, say when they do something right, be like, I like it like that. Or stay to, like, redirect them. Don't, like, when they are doing something, like, let them know this is, like, don't. Because if you're saying like that instead of saying that they're doing something wrong, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, give them positive reinforcement or whatever. And instead of being like, no, what are you doing? Or get, like, getting an attitude or something. Because, yeah, it can make them, that's a sensitive subject. Women always be like, you've been fucking with a man or been in a relationship with a man for years. Then when y'all break up or you get mad, now his dick was little. You never knew his dick was little the whole time. If that's true, but you was dealing with him now. Now you're going to go put him on blast and try to embarrass him. Like, that's not right. You shouldn't be making your man feel ashamed. Like, but communication is just key, and a lot of things early on before you get to these, so that you can know what to expect. And because some people have outlandish things that they want to, that might be outlandish to some person, and the other person, that's their thing, that's their fetish or whatever. People do some stuff that other people might find very weird. So that's another thing. If you're not that adventurous and when it comes to sex and stuff like that, somebody they like to wear fuzzies, or they do, I don't know, like, people be doing weird stuff or play with scat play or stuff like that. Like, if you're not into that stuff and that's something that your partner's into, or they have weird fetishes and things that you don't like, then that's something that needs to be discussed too, if you're going to decide to be intimate, because that can be a problem if you're not able to meet the standard of what that person wants. You should be able to align in most things that you have to deal with on the daily in the relationship. But
I don't think people communicate, number one, in a relationship enough. And people don't have people really are very sensitive into taking constructive criticism in relationships a lot of times too. It could be both, but I know like sometimes, yeah, you do want to be critical with your partner. You do want to say certain things, and I believe like, yeah, the delivery sometimes it does matter, especially when it's a sensitive topic. You want to make sure that you're saying it in a way where it's not going to ruin the relationship. You're saying it in a way where it's like, you know, just to be clear, just making sure, you know what I mean, whatever. People have different frustrations, and when they don't talk about whatever frustrations they have, it's hard to really know exactly what the person is going through. If you don't really tell that person exactly why you feel the way that you feel, and you just make like some extreme decision, that's not fair for the other person. If you claim to care about that person, loyalty or not, whatever the fuck you said to them, and they believe that you care about them, when you just do something without no context behind it, it's kind of like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like, I didn't deserve an explanation. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't good enough to explain why you decided to do this. Like, what the fuck? I'm just a piece of trash. You know what I mean? So, like that, yeah, I don't agree with that. But I know, like, sometimes people just need time. I know if I'm dealing with somebody and we have that first fucking fight, you know what I mean? We just started dealing with each other and we have that first fight. I'm gonna just like let it go. Like, I'm gonna be like, all right, whatever. But if we have that first fight and we've never had a fight, and we've been together for like 5 years, then I might be like,
give grace.
Yeah, we've been together all this time. That ain't worth it. But if we have a fight and we just been together for
it depends on what the
fight's
over, nigga.
I don't know, because I say
it could have been cheating in them 5 years.
But I'm just saying. I still might be like, whatever. It depends on what's invested and all that other shit.
I'd never let somebody cheat on me and get away with it.
I mean, it's not getting away with it.
It's getting away.
See, my views on certain things is different because when you being a human being on the planet, you just realize like, yo, people say a whole bunch of shit, but your flesh is weak, yo. At the end of the day,
when you might have mentioned,
like shit is like crazy, but people don't be, like I said, people don't really acknowledge what the fuck other people's frustrations are, what they going through. And that's where communication is important. Now, nobody ever communicates to me, oh, I wasn't giving her whatever, or I wasn't doing it right, and then so she's stepping out and shit like that. I feel some type of way.
Say,
you know what I mean?
Certain things, because you don't know how it may turn out. Like you hope, like you don't understand. Most people say certain things and they don't like, oh, I'm gonna, like, for a man, like I'm never gonna cheat on you. Like, you don't understand.
Why you even gonna say that? Right.
That's what I'm saying, because you're not taking into consideration the amount of strength that it would take for you for years, for the rest of your life. If you're married to this person, right? Death do us part. Like that, the amount of strength that it takes to only be sleeping with this one woman for the rest of your life. So you're not being real with yourself. Maybe you are. I don't know, but that's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. And
if you have options, you gotta throw that out there too.
Yeah, it may be an unrealistic
niggas always have options.
Expectation, so you shouldn't even say things like that.
Yeah,
everybody got options. So at the end of the day, I think it's mental fortitude, bro. Like, you have to be a strong-willed person, and I think it's different. I know that's not the popular consensus, but I do believe it's different. I think women love you different than men love you. So at the end of the day, we relate sex as just an act, and women relate sex as, yo, this is like violation, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a woman has to be this is emotionally precious. Invested this in you. Yeah,
symbolic. This is like,
because they're receiving energy,
right,
and we're giving energy.
Right.
A nigga could give energy playing ball, and you know what I'm saying. But when you're receiving energy, it's different because you're letting somebody come inside you. I think women, not to get too spiritual and shit, but I think that's like a portal to the other side, bro. I really think the pussy, the vajaja, the viscous innards is a portal to the other side, bro. So the shit is it's more value in who you let inside that portal, or who you know what I'm saying? Because you can once you get access to that portal, once you put your key in that portal, then both of y'all are coming out. You see what I'm saying? A piece of both of y'all are coming out. Now, it's different because we're just the key. So we could put our keys in a lot of different locks and have no say, especially if we ain't have no kids with that shit. You see what I'm saying? But it's different for a woman because she's the gate. She is the portal. She is the entryway. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it's different from the person standing outside making sure, hey, like the security outside that's making sure, hey, you can come in, you can't because you ain't in dress code, nigga. You see what I'm saying? It's different versus the actual people trying to get in, because everybody want to get in.
Yo, here's an analogy.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to get in. The line is long as fuck. You see what I'm saying?
A key that can open any lock is a master key. But a lock that can be opened by any key is a
city lock.
Right.
That's a fact.
Bro.
That's a fact.
Isn't that crazy?
That's a fact of life.
Isn't that crazy?
It's not crazy. It's a fact of life.
Crazy, bro. That is, yeah. That's what he be saying up there. But that's crazy because, like, what he just said kind of really went into that analogy.
It's true. It is true. And shit, that's kind of heavy. Yo, that's crazy that the weirdos is saying that shit.
I don't be, and that goes into it, like, we don't want a
and I only
woman
call
that's
them
for everybody.
weirdos because they be shitting on women. And, like, bro, we ain't trying to shit on nobody, bro.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we love ladies.
Yeah, I don't condone the
because that's manipulation too.
I don't love no.
That's manipulation too.
And men shouldn't shit on women, and women shouldn't shit on men.
Respect.
Yeah.
We love each other.
We gotta learn to love each other, yo. Straight up.
And respect our differences.
I love you. There is no one above you.
Hey.
So just keep doing what you're doing, man. Where all men, wherever you are, keep trying your best.
Exactly. Everybody keep trying your best.
And you'll be successful in your own right.
Stay loyal, stay dangerous, goddammit.
On God.
On God.
Hey, yo, and we'll close it on that, man. Had a good ass episode, bro. Hit on some good topics. You know what I mean? I got my screen fixed. Hey, yo. But yeah, man. Gift lifted. 30 is the new 20. It's your boy, Smiley Jizzle, my mans.
Every day. Well, Chris O'D, holla at you.
And we at.
Listen. Be on the move like I need a new hobby. Fuck a 9 to 5.